In fact, Newsom and other Democratic leaders are already making plans for what Trump's second term could mean for the Senate. Newsom is calling on state lawmakers to convene a special session to, quote, Trump-proof state laws. He wants more funding for the Attorney General's office to fight off federal challenges. And during Trump's first term in office, California filed more than 120 lawsuits, many targeting Trump's environmental and immigration policies. And earlier today, Attorney General Rob Bonta was in San Francisco laying out his response plan for the next Trump presidency. Wilson Walker was there.
As the reality of a second Trump administration takes hold, I know there is a lot of fear and anxiety, frustration and sadness, and I understand.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta, standing in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, said his office had spent the previous weeks and months preparing for the event of a second Trump administration.
We've prepared in detail with litigation strategy. We have a legislative strategy. We have thought in detail about where and when we sue, on what grounds, and we're working with our partners across the state.
So the first question is, as you know, the million-dollar question is, what exactly will the Trump administration do?
UC Law San Francisco professor Dorit Reese says from immigration to environmental laws, California won a number of cases the first time around because the administration's work was frequently sloppy.
In the first Trump administration, the Trump administration lost a lot of cases for action that the courts found arbitrary and capricious because they were not thought through or not explained.
Nothing you can do to
But the second time could be different for a number of reasons, and largely for the fact that it is the second time around.
And the first Trump administration appointed quite a few judges, and I expect they'll appoint more. So one question is, where will the courts go on this?
We don't mind who appointed a judge.
We want to protect you.
Attorney General Javier Becerra filed some 122 lawsuits against the Trump administration, including the successful defense of DACA, a program that was ultimately saved at the Supreme Court. Bonta says he will be asking for more resources and joining forces with like-minded attorneys general around the country.
We expect to be able to do that again. We want to do that again, and we expect pushback from the Trump administration. So we'll see what he does and how he does it, and we will push back legally. In the past,
the Attorney General was asked several times what specific actions he might take on what issues. His response was that part of the plan is to keep the plan secret, so some legal gamesmanship unfolding here as the state tries to shield its game plan from the Trump administration. Asked about how much it might cost to do this, the Attorney General said whatever it takes.
Wilson, thank you. The top Republican in California's state Senate blasted the move. State Senator Brian Jones said in a statement, this special session is clearly just another political stunt, a desperate attempt to distract from Democrats' significant losses across California on Tuesday. And just a few months ago, Trump suggested that his next administration might withhold federal disaster response funding from California.
Gavin Newsom is going to sign those papers. And if he doesn't sign those papers, we won't give him money to put out all his fires. And if we don't give him the money to put out his fires, he's got problems. He's a lousy governor. And he treated me very nicely.
The threat came in response to a dispute with Newsom over water deliveries to farmers.